Hey everyone, I'm Bill. I'm with Calimoto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to A&S Motorcycles. And look what we have. This beautiful 2019 Ducati Diavel 1260S. This thing is built for the road. So let's take a look around it. Let's get geared up and out on the street and see how this thing performs. All right, guys, so the time has finally come. I've been eyeballing this bike for a little while, the Ducati Diavel. Now, when this bike first came out, I think we're about 10 years now, maybe 8. I actually really liked it, but I don't know right now. So let's get on this thing and let's see what this bike is all about. Now, I have never ridden one, so we'll have to ooh, a little tight down there, huh? We'll have to see what we think of this thing. So flip up the ignition. Quite an interesting sound. I hear a lot of intake noise. That's interesting. So the Diavel 1260S. So we're cruising, baby. We're going to be cruising today. Good? All right. So I'm not a big cruiser style, so bear with me. I'm generally more of the sport bike oriented. Oh, quick shifter. Ah, quick shifter. Of course. Smooth like butter, baby. Ah. All right, y'all may have just talked me into this thing. Y'all may have just done something for me, Ducati. So 2019 Diavel, the S version, we have the Öhlins suspension. We have the Brembo brake package, blacked out, black beauty we call her. Very, very nice looking bike. Now this has got the dual seat, but it's it almost looks like a solo seat. Now the seat, I like it. I'm like a saddle right now, and I like my saddle style seats. And if you guys see some of my other reviews, you know I talk about oh my God. Let's get back to that here in a second. But the seat, nice saddle seat, very comfortable, very nice. My legs are very positioned. I'm very comfortable right now. Bars are about elbow height, so they're up a little bit higher than elbow height actually, so they are stretched out a little far, but not bad. The width of this tank, I just feel like my legs are way out here. This thing is ginormous. It is very, very big. Smaller inseams, you might not be as comfortable in this seat, because I feel like the crotch area of the tank is quite large. So on and off keyless. I don't really like the twist key down there to turn it on and off, to turn your main power on and off. So you do have to turn the main power on or off, and then you've got your ignition button, and then you've got your starter button. So kind of 3 steps: on, ignition up, start. But with your gloves, it's a little tight down there with the instrument cluster there. So the instrument cluster is kind of in a weird position, and it's not very big. It is a TFT, so that's very nice. I do like the TFT displays. I really am digging on the BMW, the S1000 ones, and what BMW is done with the TFT display, and I like that they're just keeping it massive across the board. And BMW's really kind of changed certain style TFT displays, and they've got some smaller ones and they've got some larger ones. So don't get me wrong, I love that they have the TFT display. I wish it would have been bigger, kind of in this whole area. That would have been really nice, but at least we've got it down here. So we've got our obviously speedo, tach, gear indicator. We do have a fuel tank and our tripometer, and we've got our riding modes over here, which we'll get into here in a second. Brembo brakes, and it looks like standard brake lines. And we've got our nice hydraulic clutch over here on the left. And on the left we have our high beams and flash. We have our, you know, Ducati's got this, and I gotta look a little more further into this because I don't know if this is turning the headlight off or not. So help me out, comment down below. The green light and the light button, is that our headlight? Are we turning it off and on? We do have, of course, our cruise control, so cruise control on or off. And then we've got our setting, so we can set it. And we do have up here in the top left-hand corner, we have our what we've set it to. So we've got it set to 43 miles an hour. So very nice. Roll off the throttle. So someone had commented on one of my videos that it's a common on all motorcycles to roll off the throttle and it turns off the cruise control. Not the case with Ducati. So just FYI. So let's go ahead and make sure that's turned off. So we've got our menu button and horn down there. And what I'm looking for is our riding mode. So I'm assuming riding mode is something that you would have to, there we go. So sorry, I just had to figure that out. So push and hold the menu button, and we've got our sport, urban, and touring. Push and hold the menu button again, and away we go. We're in sport mode now. And then of course you can go in and fine tune. What I do like about the Ducatis is that you can fine tune some of the other options as far as in the sport mode. So when you go into the sport mode, which very nice. All right, I'll give it that. We're running at too high a speed, so it won't let us in there. There we go. So we got to a lower speed so we can see our engine braking, our engine performance, our traction control, our, get back in there real quick, ABS, dynamic wheelie control, I'm assuming is the DWC. So it looks like it's all preset. So we'll stay in sport mode. So the throttle on this thing is nice, fly-by-wire, so it's very responsive. And the bike is quick. The bike is quick. So once we get up on the freeway, we'll do a little performance test. Comfort on this thing is beautiful. It's a little rough for what I would have liked on a like more of a cruiser style. So for a cruiser style, I would have preferred something slightly cushier, personally, because we are stretched out a little bit more towards the front, so we're kind of at a full sit position, which is not bad. It's comfortable, but I wish the suspension would be just a tad comfier. Look at that guy. Oh yeah. So Ducati's really got it down. You know, they've done, so there's the X Duval, which I'll be honest, go ahead and shoot me a comment down below. I should have been more prepared, but I don't know what the difference between the X Duval and the Duval S is, except that I know that the Duval S does have the Öhlins suspension and the Brembo brake package. But I'm not sure if the Duval X is like a smaller, I'm sure it's a 1260. I believe it's a 1260. So the two models that I've seen now, they did have a really nice Duval 1260S that had a different seat option on this, and it had a backrest on it for your passenger. Now there is passenger pegs on this, so you've got your passenger pegs here. But again, this seat, it's kind of high, and it's a little, I'm not sure that it would be very comfortable for your passenger. So something to think about is the seat options for these Duvals. Keep an eye out for those and see what options you have available. See if I can squeeze. It's kind of big. Nope. I don't want to risk it. Nope. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, it was a little wide bars. So let's talk about commuting on this thing. And would you commute on it? Heck no. Heck no. Yeah, this is not a California legal lane splitting machine. Your mirrors and bar ends are quite wide. But all in all, the position, the riding position it's very comfortable on this bike. Very comfortable. It's like a 10mm socket end enlarged. Did you see his exhaust? It had like a little hex like a bolt, like a socket. Bogna's on this Ducati Scrambler. Hello. Oh, she's got her vent open. It's hot today. I think we creeped up into the 90s. Let's see, do we have a thermostat? 86. 86 degrees out in beautiful sunny California. A little bit hot, you know, but I'll take it over 100. We're starting to cool down for the end of September now, so we're starting to see these numbers creep down just a little bit in the thermostat, which I welcome. My optimal operating temperature is 72 degrees. So when we start getting to these 86 degrees, man, I start to get a little bit hot. All right, so let's enter our freeway. See if I can get in. Oh man, call this our freeway on ramp. And here we go. yeah. So, not the tightest handling bike. But, woo, yeah. There's 1260 cc's in this thing, baby. And horsepower, got it. I believe 163 horsepower. I believe. But it's just feels just amazing. And this thing, when you get up in about that 5,000 RPM range, this thing opens up and you hear that intake. You remember at the beginning of the video, I said, God, you kind of hear the intake a little bit. And boy, do you, when you get up in that 5,000 RPMs, this intake starts to kind of scream at you a little bit. So this is one of ANS's main demos. And so if you are in the market for a demo, ANS discounts these demos quite a bit. Why? Well, it's got 1,100 miles on it. It's been ridden around the block a few times. But it's of course maintained. It of course still holds its manufacturer warranty. So you get a good deal for a slightly used ridden around the block bike that's been maintained by the dealer. So if you guys are ever interested in any demo bike that ANS has, make sure you talk to Randy about the demo discount. And for you guys that have thought that me and Bogno work for the dealership, I in no way work for ANS. ANS simply allows me to come in, push my weight around the dealership, grab keys to motorcycles, and bring them out on the road for you guys to see. A real quick around the block review, but it gives you guys a little bit better view than just going and buying something straight off the showroom floor. Because as a standard, that's generally how it works. Now, most of the time, you can head over to ANS and you can demo ride just about any bike that you were getting ready to buy. So that's very nice, because there's other Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki dealerships that if you want to demo the bike, you basically have to buy the bike, and unless you come back and you really hate the bike, it's yours, right? So you got to do all the paperwork and you got to buy it. We're here at ANS. You fill out a rider demo form, and you can take just about any bike out on a quick demo to see if that bike is right for you. But these reviews are really just to give you guys a quick look of how the bike rides, how the bike sounds, how the bike performs, how it brakes, and well, my kind of unbiased opinion, being that I don't work for the dealership, I can tell you that I absolutely hate this bike, or I absolutely like this bike, or love this bike. So when a lot of people there, I had a guy, sorry to get off on a rant from the Duval, but guy ranted about this Bonneville that I genuinely enjoyed riding, and he commented about how, oh, you know, you're not, you know, you don't need to sell me on this bike. I know you're my local dealer. I would come down and buy this from you, but I don't work for the dealership, guys. I just love riding motorcycles, and I love doing these reviews for you. So shoot me a like, please. So the algorithms for YouTube likes are becoming a very big algorithm. So please shoot us some likes. Please don't give us a dislike. If you don't like, I lost Bognag. If you don't like the Duval, no big deal. Give me a thumbs up because you like the review. I would appreciate it. But shoot me a comment down below, because there's a lot of different style bikes that I can ride. So shoot me a comment and tell me, is there something you guys would like to see me ride that either I haven't ridden, or if there's a new version of a bike that you would like me to see re-ridden. We've basically gone through the 2018 showroom, And we're now on the 2019s, and so we're kind of looping back to some of the newer 2019s. But of course we have the 2020s coming out. So we have a lot of bikes to ride, guys. A lot of bikes to ride. So if there's something you want to see. And so I'm 6'2", 230 pounds. If you're the little guy and you want to see some of the littler bikes, Bogna's 5'6", 120 pounds. And so if you guys are looking for something a bit smaller, check out some of Bogna's reviews, because she does a great job out on these smaller, you know, Ducati 800 Scramblers. She was on the Ducati 400 Icon. But she rides some bigger bikes. She was on the S1000R, the 2018. They just have a 2019 in, which we may hit up that. Maybe I'll switch off and get on that thing. But we really enjoy this, so thank you guys for sticking around for our reviews. Thank you, thank you. So, end of the day, here at the Diavel, again, not really my riding style. It's not a bike that I personally would buy. There are a lot of bikes that I personally would buy. This just isn't my style. But if you guys like that cruiser style bike, if you guys are used to this kind of, you know, I don't want to say Harley style, but it's kind of that, you know, that kind of general cruiser style. This is a great bike, man. They do very well with this, and they perform absolutely amazing brakes. We've got our quick shifter, ABS, traction control. I mean, you've got all the bells and whistles on this bike. And the quick shifter, I love the quick shifter. I always talk about quick shifters, and for a cruiser bike to have a quick shifter, yes. I like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Diavel. Park this big boy right here because I want to take a look at the light situation. I got my high beams on, and sure enough, so that's interesting. Now let's go ahead and keep it running. Neutral. Sorry guys, fussing with this thing. Neutral, kickstand down, side stand down, so it won't run with the side stand down. That's interesting. So that's very interesting. So yeah, sure enough, so we can ride with the halo on or we turn the headlights on. Very interesting. So let's go ahead and shut this down, shut her down. See why it's kind of tough to get in there, but what do you guys think? It's pretty rad looking. I'll take it. Very cool. Well, we're back here at A&S. Thanks guys for sticking around. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and of course smash that like button. Please smash that like button. And if you guys are local to A&S, come by, see them for BMW, Ducati, and Triumph. But the Diavel 1260S, love it, great bike. Come check it out. Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Thank you guys for sticking around. We'll see you next video.